What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk again about Anton Daniels, Corey Holcomb situation. There's some layers that have been added to it since my last video. For those of you who don't know, I actually posted a video on this incident the night that it happened, and YouTube decided that video didn't need to be up. So the video is not up on YouTube, but it is on my Patreon. Link is in the description box. That is of my original commentary the night of. Now I want to clarify some things that I said in that video. One of the things I said was that I like both platforms. I want to make it clear that I don't watch much of either. I used to watch Corey Holcomb a lot. I just always found this platform entertaining, but over the years, I just haven't watched it, much of it. But I appreciate the fact that he built his own platform, just like with Anton Daniels. Say whatever you want about him, he built his own platform. Now, I'm not a watcher of his channel either. I've seen certain things here and there. It's not really my thing to see like 100 people on a panel, but be that as it may, he built his own platform. And that's one of the things that I can appreciate about him as a content creator, the work ethic, right? But in this particular video, I'm going to react to a clip from him speaking about how Corey Holcomb put it out there that he went to visit his studio with a woman that wasn't his wife. Now, apparently the female name is Maeca, and she's I believe, black conservative female, which gives me a chuckle. I guess she's a black female conservative, and I guess that's how she ended up linking up with him and doing an interview a couple years back. And she's been a fixture on his podcast or his channels ever since. She's been a fixture. She's even gone to basketball games with Anton. You know, nothing suspicious there. You know, you just got a married black Christian conservative man who is flying around the country with this particular female that, you know, have this close working relationship, quote unquote. And there's a lot of talk that this is his side chick. And she actually posted a response to Corey Holcomb, and she never denied the side chick claims. Listen, I don't care about these people's personal lives. I just find it to be interesting how you had two grown men yelling and screaming at each other. This didn't make either one look good. The fallout has been even worse. I don't understand why you have Anton Daniels going on a victory lap. Bro, you didn't do anything but yell and scream and tell him to SMD. You know, he tell him that he SMDs like that. That's all you did. But you're doing a podcast or a live StreamYard tour. I mean, it's crazy. Nobody looked good in this situation. Nobody. Why did Anton Daniels go on the show? He wanted to grow his audience, according to him. Why did Corey Holcomb bring him on the show? Because Corey wanted to have a back and forth with him. Not an argument, but y'all know how Corey is. Corey likes to be confrontational, especially when he's speaking to a guy that has a very different political opinion than he does. Which, again, I still didn't understand why you would bring this guy on your show. If y'all have these differences of opinion, just didn't make any sense. And now you have this female Maeca who's caught up in the middle of it. But this is a situation she's kind of put herself in, because why are you flying out there with Anton Daniels, a whole married man? I'm not 100% sure, but I think she's in a relationship. That's weird. That's your guy, apparently. I'm not quite sure. Y'all correct me from the comments, but doesn't she have a man? But I guess because Anton has money, you know, she's willing to go out there with him and put herself in a position to be caught in the crossfire, right? So let's get into these clips real quick.
And yes, I did have Maeca with me, and she was looking gorgeous, nigga. And she was looking gorgeous. But let's get to that part. You don't mention what nobody else got going on with their family. Under no circumstances do you, if I beef with anybody, if I have a disagreement with somebody. I never ever.
Oh, let me shout out this person, Harriet Eve. She captioned both of these clips, so shout out to her on X.
Under no circumstances say some shit. Don't even. I could see it with my own eyes, man. I don't know what the fuck they got going on over there. That ain't my business. It ain't my business. I don't know nothing about what you got going on in your life. That's how I know the nigga. That's why any.
Let me say this. I think that Anton in this clip, he's basically putting it out there that he's upset that Corey put that out there. What did you expect? I mean, you're going on the show and you're trying to embarrass Corey Holcomb on his own show, even though Corey didn't help the situation at all. I don't think Corey helped the situation at all. I think he only threw gasoline on the fire, to be honest with you. I think that he didn't want that out there, even though apparently Maeca was supposed to be on the show. I don't know how Anton thought that Corey Holcomb would allow this woman on the show. I think that Anton did this to impress this female, and he fell on his face on it, and I think he probably was seething about falling on his face. Again, I have nothing against Anton, but the truth is the truth. Why would you fly her out there with you? Well, we all know why you flew out there with you, thinking that you were just gonna get on his show. You're on his show for the first time ever. You're not a regular. You're not somebody that Corey Holcomb is cool with like that he would allow you to bring extra guests on his show. You know what's funny? Years ago, I remember when Corey Holcomb's ex co-host, Zoe Williams, had his own show. Y'all remember Zoe Williams' show? You know, he had that show. He'd have all these people on the show. I think he would kind of allow people to bring a +1, right? But I don't think Corey was ever really that guy to just have a +1 on the show. Maybe he has, I don't remember. Maybe y'all know. But that was always going to be an awkward situation. And I think that, you know, it spiraled out of control. It really did.
Talk so much about the backdooria, but he get offended at the very mention of it. Because niggas.
Okay, so now let's go to her clip where she speaks highly of Corey. She's a fan of Corey, which is why I believe Anton brought her out there, because he knew that she was a fan of his. She mentioned that, you know, she was at a Corey Holcomb show in her area. I believe she's from DC, I think, Baltimore. Those places, you know, DMV. And she went and saw, I guess, one of his shows. She's a fan, and I think Corey knew this, and he wanted to impress her. And this thing has not gotten her caught up in the side chick zone, but I think the rumors have probably always been out there about these two.
And address the whole Corey Holcomb situation, all right? The whole Corey Holcomb incident. Now, 2 weeks ago, I was told that I was going to go on the 5150 show, and I was excited.
2 weeks ago, which means Anton told her that she was going to be on the show, knowing full well he hadn't really run that by Corey, because he's trying to impress this woman.
All right. I was excited about going on the 5150 show. Last Tuesday, I got on the plane to go from DC to LA. I got to the 5150 studios at about 8 p.m. Pacific time. I met Corey Holcomb. I was introduced to him. He shook my hand. Then about, I want to say 5 minutes before the actual show started, I was told I can't go on the show. I said, okay, cool. Then I was told that I could sit on the set, but I have to sit off camera. I said, okay, cool. And that's where I sat for the entire duration of the show. Now, the show starts, and as you know, what happened, because it went viral. All right, so if you guys want to see all of that, you can go watch it. It's everywhere. All right? But with all that being said, as that's going on, when it becomes abundantly clear that it's time to go, myself and security go ahead and start to leave. When I get to the door, as I'm going out, I hear Corey Holcomb say, yeah, leave with your security and your bitch. And I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. Because it's very unfortunate that I would be called the B word. Because I had such a positive outlook and a positive take on 5150 and Corey Holcomb. Last year here in DC, I literally went to a Corey Holcomb show. So when I found out I was going on 5150, I was like, oh, this is exciting because I just went to see a show. And now I'm having this experience.
So mainly, most of this video is about her trying to play the middle ground, and you know, she doesn't want to piss off Corey Holcomb's supporters. She doesn't want to piss him off because she knows that there's going to come a time when she's no longer being financially taken care of by Anton Daniels, that there's a chance that she could possibly have an opportunity to work with Corey. So she's trying to keep it that way, even though she's a conservative. That's why I'm saying, like, if you know politically the person that you're a fan of disagrees and you're still a huge fan of the guy, what I mean, that's crazy. I don't think Corey will ever invite her on his show. If he does, he is going to treat her the same way he treated Anton Daniels. And so I'm not playing a lot. I just want to get y'all the gist of this video. I don't want to play too much of these people's videos, but I just wanted to show y'all that she had responded, and that was most of the response. Like I said, most of the response are mainly her playing the middle ground. She never denied, which is the purpose of the video. She never really denied being a side chick. She never really denied it. And let me tell you this, Anton is playing a dangerous game, because if things don't work out with Maeca, it could go left. She could really put you out there. I've seen this before. I don't care how much money you got. These women don't care. If these women can't benefit from you, they'll put you out there just like they would anybody else. I just think that him going on that show was a bad idea from the start, but he wanted to get in front of Corey's audience. And he put on a performance of a lifetime. It looked like it did. He looked like he put on a hell of a performance, you know what I'm saying? In that particular situation. Them getting into it. Listen, I think this whole situation was completely unnecessary and childish. These grown men who weren't going to fight each other. Let me tell you something right now. Anton Daniels did not want to fight Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb did not want to fight Anton Daniels. I've seen people when they get mad and they really want to fight. I did not see that energy with neither one of them. I really didn't. And I think that this situation with Maeca is only going to draw more and more people to dig, to see what they can find, because that is the internet. And on the internet, once stuff gets out there, it's very difficult to get rid of. So let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, like the video and share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see you on this one.